10 facts that you may not have known about the Russia and Ukraine's war. 1. The war has been going on for longer than most people think. The war in Ukraine began in 2014, when Russia annexed Crimea and began supporting pro-Russian separatists in eastern Ukraine. The full-scale invasion of Ukraine began in February 2022, but the conflict has been going on for much longer. 2. The war has had a devastating impact on the Ukrainian economy. The Ukrainian economy has shrunk by over 30% since the start of the war. Millions of Ukrainians have lost their jobs, and the country is facing a humanitarian crisis. 3. The war has also had a significant impact on the global economy. The war has caused energy prices to rise and disrupted supply chains. This has led to higher inflation and slower economic growth around the world. 4. The United States and its allies have provided Ukraine with billions of dollars in military and financial assistance. However, this assistance has not been enough to turn the tide of the war in Ukraine's favor. 5. Russia has used a number of unconventional weapons in the war, including cluster munitions and thermobaric weapons. Cluster munitions are bombs that release hundreds or even thousands of smaller bombs over a wide area. Thermobaric weapons create a vacuum that sucks in oxygen and then ignites it, creating a devastating explosion. 6. The war has led to a new Cold War between Russia and the West. Relations between Russia and the West were already strained before the war, but the conflict in Ukraine has made them even worse. 7. The war has also raised concerns about the risk of a nuclear war between Russia and the West. Putin has repeatedly threatened to use nuclear weapons in the war, and the Biden administration has warned Russia of catastrophic consequences if it uses nuclear weapons. 8. The war in Ukraine is a major geopolitical crisis with far-reaching consequences. The war has threatened the global order, and it is unclear how it will end. 9. The war has also led to a surge in anti-Russian sentiment around the world. Many countries have imposed sanctions on Russia, and many businesses have boycotted Russian products. 10. The war in Ukraine is a humanitarian crisis. Millions of Ukrainians have been displaced from their homes, and thousands have been killed. The war has also caused a food crisis in Ukraine, and millions of people are at risk of starvation. The war in Ukraine is a complex and tragic conflict. It is important to stay informed about the war and to support Ukraine in any way that you can.